it's been the most beautiful thing I've ever done for myself, actually. Yeah. And it's hard to describe in words, actually, because the experience is really overwhelming. I mean,
yeah, that was a fabulous part of the training, to be 24 people in a group, getting to know all of them so very, very well. No secrets, feeling comfortable.
I learned a lot about myself.
Mm-hmm.
A lot about how to love myself, how to accept more and more parts of me. And yeah, there were a lot of amazing surprises in all these weeks.
Osho Risk is a meditation and therapy centre sitting in the heart of the Danish countryside. It has been offering groups and workshops to the public for many years and attracts participants from all European countries, and now increasingly from the rest of the world. The beginnings of the therapist training are recalled here by Lalit, one of the centre's administrators.
The therapist training actually started back in 1990. And it was a big surprise to us, because the training had never happened outside Pune. And the center leader at that time then asked Osho directly, can we have this training in Europe? And to our surprise, the answer was yes. And so the year after we were rolling, and it got together, and since then it has been the foundation of Risk. That seed has kept on flowering.
The first section of the training is with Anisha and is called Pulsation, focusing on emotional release work. The second section explores body energy and the system of Neo-Reichian body types, with Mumina. Third comes Primal, a deep exploration of early life issues, with Pramata and Swarup. Fourth is Love and Freedom with Tarika, working with the roots of projection and other ego defense mechanisms. The fifth section, called The Therapist as a Friend, teaches counseling and therapeutic skills, with Nishant. The sixth focuses on sexual deconditioning, teenage issues and trauma resolution, with Turiya. Seventh is an introduction to family constellation and practical tools of somatic experiencing, with Dwari. Section 8 is a multi-dimensional approach to breathwork for physical, psychological and spiritual growth, with Devapad. Section 9 consists of the awareness intensive process of self-inquiry, with Ganga. In part 10, Rafia teaches a further section on counselling, called Essence of Masculine and Feminine. The final section is also about counselling, called Acting from Certainty, with Saga Priya.
The people who come to the training are people who want to be therapists, of course. This is the best foundation they can find to support themselves in that. And then there is a big variety of people who already work in the social areas with other people, like teachers, nurses, doctors, social workers, people who have their own companies, businessmen, people who also just want for themselves to have an experience, who has heard about this training, that can give them something that can change their life.
3 participants from a recent training share their experiences.
First of all, I think it's been really, really interesting that we've gone through 11 weeks that have been so unique. I mean, you can really feel the flavor of each therapist, and what they bring in is so training. I feel like I am ready to take the jump, to do the things that I really long to do. I mean, with the singing, for example, I also allowed myself to sing in front of the others. It's like I had a space, a loving, supportive space to dive into it and to sing in front of the group and to play the guitar and do mantra songs or whatever creative thing I could do in the group.
The growth part of it has been a tremendous experience all through the course. Each time learning something new about myself and expanding in that way, knowing myself, trusting myself, liking myself, even feeling love towards myself. That has been a great gift too. I have a lot to do with people working in my company, customers, suppliers. So it's all a question of understanding people, working together, and get the best out of it, get something truthful out of the various contacts, and not scraping the surface, but being able to go into the matters, be clear, to the point, and achieve results. And that is something where I feel I have become stronger, where I stand more solidly on the ground, and where I trust myself, and I feel comfortable with what I'm saying, even though it's not always the things perhaps that people want to hear necessarily, but by being sincere and honest, I think, yeah, but this is true to me, so I go for it.
In the awareness intensive, who's in group, I thought that when I will dig in that, I will find some kind of monster or something like this. So what's hiding deep inside, but it wasn't like this at all. So I just found beauty in my inner presence, and that was really surprising, touching me. So one big wonderful thing of this training is that I learned so much about my relationship, about myself being in my relationship, and especially to how much I project on my partner, my boyfriend, how much I'm blaming him for doing things on me, how much I think I am the victim, and now I getting more and more responsibility for myself, and it's like it has a big influence in my relationship. So also my boyfriend is going through the process while I'm doing it here, and now he's also doing the training, so he's already in the next training, and in a way I'm going through the same process again, and it's really a wonderful influence.
A former participant looks back at the impact on her life.
I did the training 9 years ago, and since that time there's been years and years of integration and deepening understanding of the training and how much it actually has affected me and my life. What really struck me as the essence of importance for me in the training was the spiritual side of it. That there was also looking at me, the whole process was giving me an experience that all of these issues that I'm looking into and letting go of or penetrating in different ways in different groups, that it is not who I am. It is not my true essence, my true being inside. And that step was for me what really started to heal, that really made the transformation happen. And also just through being in a spiritual field, it is as the energy at Osho Risk has a quality and a presence with the friends and with the support from the place and the people that has been there for so long, that it just enters you. I cannot really understand it and cover it with words, but there is a spiritual presence that it doesn't happen so much in society. Meditation has always been very strange and difficult and hard for me to move into and understand and feel. And But in the training and at Osho Risk, there are meditations every day that you continuously have that support. You continuously can meet yourself, and it's active. It is not sitting on your arse doing nothing and just trying to be quiet, which I think doesn't work for anyone. It is moving, it is energy, it is in different ways that you can be with yourself, and again that everything is included. Everything from your deepest demons to silence.